Today's video is an important topic for a lot of people that feel alone and different, abandoned by family and friends, not understood, not seen. I wanted to just blend in a little bit of social activities we have been into lately and good people we have met, while we cover the topic of not fitting in with friends, family, co-workers, fellow students, society in general, norms, regulations. You do not feel seen and understood and heard. If you are one of these people, you are probably one of the brighter minds on this planet who think for themselves. Hey, this is John Mack. Welcome back to the channel. Happy to have you here. If you're the first time watcher, my channel is mainly about spiritual awakening and mindset topics, things that helps you break out of society's norms and limitations. And I also cover the topics of building a business online so you can break out of what you don't want, create your own income and live in freedom. Are you one of the people that do not feel that you fit in with people around you, with friends and family at this time, and maybe society in general? Maybe you've got a job that you do not enjoy, you can't stand to be there even, and the school system is certainly not for you. Well, then this video might be for you. It's time to cover the topic of the reality split we are going into. I'm going to tell you what's going on and a few things that you can do to just improve your life and make things better. I have a lot of people around me that I talk to, a couple of friends in my inner circle and people I observe that do not really feel comfortable in society in general, among people. They just try to avoid people. They don't connect well at work. And they feel that many of the friends and even family around them just don't get their understanding of life and the reality we live in general. There's kind of a split and a separation there. And that can be pretty sad for a lot of people. You would think that family should be people you could rely on, your dad, your mom, brother and sisters or whatever. You know, it's supposed to be the closest tribe and the people you are coming from, but it just doesn't click. And I will tell you the reason why this is happening. And if you are one of the right minds that have just a little bit different understanding of reality and our spiritual growth on this planet that's going on right now, you can understand what I'm talking about here. But if you are new to these concepts, and you're just frustrated and you don't understand what's going on. Maybe you think there's something wrong with you, which is the biggest challenge for a lot of people. This video could help you out because there is an explanation to all this. So we're on a evening stroll. We're going to kind of a well-known restaurant on top of the hill here, almost like an old fairy tale cottage, a tavern looks like from the Middle Ages. Huge log building of the real old style. They have a restaurant there, and they have a coffee shop, and they open pretty late, and they have really good typical Norwegian food. So that's where we're up to today. It's a chilly evening, -3. Pretty fresh from tomorrow. They have forecasted a shitload of snow, which is nice. It's lovely. This is the Norwegian sour cream porridge. Perfect for evenings, fat, heavy, and just a nice dinner for the evening. And then some sweetness. Some people use raisins, but I don't like that. Raisins are basically grapes in compost form. That's good. We are on a time on this planet where there's a predicted upgrade and a shift, we can call it. People talk a lot about the shift happening. So what the hell is the shift? Well, it's basically the fundamental energetic structure, we can call it, on this planet that is shifting. It's becoming different, and it's affecting all humans on different levels. And it's a change on the planet that's been talked about for a long time, even from many indigenous cultures and native tribes and previous cultures existing on this planet. It's been talked about in many different writing coming from different cultures, that there will be a shift on this planet, there will be a separation. And we have been in it for some time now, and this is why you see a lot of the crazy shit going on this planet at this time. If you are on the bright side with your mindset, and you have a certain understanding of what's going on, maybe, but at least you have a positive and open mindset for deeper understanding of life, there will be a disconnection from your family and friends, or at least those around you that do not operate on that level. This is the energetic separation I'm talking about. There is a split happening, and it's been going on for the last years now, but it's really ramping up through 2024 and now into 2025. There is a split, it's an energetic split, and you can feel it in how people around you behave, how you yourself feel, what occupies your mind, what is important to you now compared to what's important to other people. And this is the very reason for why family and friends and coworkers and fellow students maybe don't understand your worldview, your way of thinking or speaking. And it becomes a challenge for people like us that see that the world is different than what most people have been led to believe. In the beginning, this can feel a little bit sad. For some people, it's a tragedy. I've seen people around me who have really struggled because those people they consider to be the closest which is normally family and friends, which is just a hyped up thing. Family is certainly not the most important people in many people's lives. It's more like actors in a play for spiritual development and learning. But it becomes a sadness when you see that you are not seen or heard or understood by your family, those you thought you could rely on. And the biggest aching part at times is your mother or your father. It is a sad story to see that your family and your friends, your mother and father, do not have a clue what you're talking about when you talk about deeper understandings that you have on your mind. But it is the natural way of things. They are on another mountaintop. You are on this mountaintop. And to communicate, it just takes a lot of energy. It's like screaming for attention or for people around you to understand and hear you. I suggest to stop that screaming and stop grabbing for attention or pulling for positive energy. Let people be who they are and go your own way. We are at Stenstrøm. It's one of the well-known shopping malls in Oslo. We got a buddy here that is married to a sweetie from Bali, living in Oslo now. He's working at a video shop, one of the main video shops here in Oslo. Yeah, so this is the typical Christmas market they have here every year. The only thing I'm missing here is actually the snow. Okay, time to find a coffee shop. I've got some work to do, even though it's holidays. If you are one of those people that still believe in the news, you are full trust in the government, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, you don't see basically, you're not zoomed out to observe the play and dynamics in politics and the military and entertainment, the news. There's quite a few missing pieces there. And if you live in that world, you will be basically captured by the beast and conform and comply and bend over thereafter. And that's a construction of reality that's falling apart now. And that's why many people suffer. They struggle with making things work, and it's going to be a hard time. And I've seen a lot of people that, for example, when it comes to religion, which is totally falling apart finally, which is a joy to watch, it's devastating for the religious minds out there, because their programming is so infested in their neural pathways and way of thinking and behaving, and the whole energy structure revolves around the church and the society around the church and what people think and talk about. It's a huge blueprint that's been dominating this planet for a long time. Those are one of the power structures that is falling apart. And for a lot of people who really hold on to this belief system still, is going to suffer because they see that this thing that they have believed in is not true. Something is off. Truths are coming out about, church institutions and priests and organizations and all that crap. And it's a shocking truth for a lot of people. All right, so what do you believe in now? Everything that you have been so emotionally invested in, maybe through your whole life, is just falling apart like a fake card house in front of you. All right, well, that's crap. Now you actually are left to yourself and you have to think for yourself. Suddenly you have to start asking questions, digging up new information, and restructure and stabilize your belief systems of your existence. And people for the most part have not been taught how to think for themselves. You have been taught to follow, just believe that, don't ask questions, obey, stand nicely in line. And when that's not working anymore, it can be hard and super confusing to know where the hell to set your foot and in what direction. In general, it's about what you believe in. It's about truths coming out on this planet because the energy hitting the planet now is so strong that it's like cracking up old, mold, nuts, stones, and suddenly inside you see there's a crystal and you can't stop it. And that forces the minds of the earthlings to think new thoughts. And that creates confusion. It's like a birth into a new reality. And for women out there, births can sometimes be, intense. At least if you create resistance in it, which the hospitals are really good at doing. But in this process now, and with what I just said and the examples I was babbling about, this is the reason for the separation. So again, for you people that feel lonely out there, you feel separated from most people, from society, from the norms, from the typical ways of life, the educational system, the tax system, religion. It's just an old play that does not fit well with your way of thinking, your broader understanding of life and our existence and our spiritual growth. My advice now is that let it all happen. Let it all naturally unfold, because it is the way of life and it's what's been predicted to come, and it's unfolding as perfectly planned. I would suggest to stick with your bright mind. Don't bend over to family or friends or any norms or expectations. Step off, go your own path. Keep the focus on the reality that you want to perceive and live and experience, and stick with 5 closer friends that understand your reality. They operate on the same frequency. They talk about the same things. They do healthy things. They have novel ideas and bright images of the future, and they trust what's going on. It will be more and more important for you to find like-minded people. Like with Christmas, while we are visiting here, we went together with a couple bright minds, talking about these things that interest us, the changes on the planet, future ideas. We worked on our content for their social channels. We worked on my camera setup. We enjoyed nature walks, had food together, and it's really inspiring, and it's really boosting up the energy and knowingness that you belong to somebody makes you feel more comfortable and confident in your reality, and you relax a lot more in your body system because you are with people that don't look strangely at you like some of your friends do, for example. We're loving this Nordic beautiful landscape. yeah, so coming from Thailand to this, it's nice. It's certainly colder, and last night we had -8. And my brother from another mother here came with his yoga pants and jeans prepared, and you got your polar mittens.
Yes.
Yeah? It's well equipped. Yeah, it's great.
Well equipped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Start opening up, talk about the things you like to talk about, things that matter to you, positive future ideas, deeper knowledge, metaphysics, spirituality, practice your everyday routines with meditation and yoga, whatever you are doing, research aliens, extraterrestrials, parallel realities and timelines. Stick with those interests if you have them, because it's going to bring you on another level, in your own existence. There might be a little bit of friction when you start acting on your own interest, when you start to think for yourself and decide for yourself what is actually good for me. Where do I want to go in life? How do I like to dress? Where do I like to walk? What do I like to watch and listen to? If that doesn't vibe with your homies, drop them and let them be. You're supposed to operate on a different frequency range. You have to become who you really are. Stop being an actor, stop bending over, and stop people pleasing. People pleasing is one of the worst acting skills you can practice. I have seen so much people pleasing and so much acting and fakeness with people, and just observing society in general, because people are afraid of creating conflict or standing up for who they are. This is how you should be. You should try to observe yourself going forward now. See who you please, to try and get attention and understanding. If that's the case, cut that off and walk away gently and decide to connect with other right minds instead. We are at a place called Maihaugen, and this is a place where they have a pretty famous Christmas market. The truth now is that we are basically operating in different timelines, we can call it. We are now in such a huge shift already that we are basically operating on thin layers between parallel realities. I think the important trick is to make sure that you don't separate yourself from humans completely, because we're all one. That is a level of spiritual awareness that it's good to come to, because we should not condemn humans. Everybody is entitled to exist. You are nothing more special than, you know, the hobo under a bridge. You have just different stories. But it doesn't mean that you have to have every fucking human being on your lap and cuddle with them and talk to them, interact, right? It's important that you separate yourself energetically from your reality to somebody else's reality. But you can still operate in the same time space. So having that awareness can sometimes help people to understand and accept that each soul on this planet is having their own journey and everything is playing out as it should.